Hey everyone, this is Chris and Sandy Bent with the Chris and Sandy Show. We get up close and personal, some amazing guests throughout the entertainment industry. And today, like I said, in every episode, we got a great one for you. Who do we have?
We have Rhythm Tribe with us today. Their family has been playing music since 1915.
Wow.
They just put out a new album and are releasing music videos starting this month in February.
And we're excited to have them on. So welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be here.
Doing?
We're doing
Doing
great.
great. How about y'all?
We're doing good. I'm a little bit on the tired side, but I'm not mad about it. Just,
It's about it.
yeah, we're
You know, I always like to start out the same way. As you know, last 18, 20 months has been rough for a lot of people.
Oh, yes.
And especially entertainment. And I always want to talk about that first, kind of get it out of the way, because different perspectives are always a good thing on our show. So how has COVID affected what y'all do? And what have you done these last months to kind of get through this?
And it's a drop.
okay, and we're back. Okay.
So
It dropped for a second, but
Okay.
you got your question. You guys are asking about how COVID's affected us during the
Correct.
well, it's affected us definitely it's put a pause on a lot of things. Like I know Mason was, before this all happened, I know he was in the process of getting his own place and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of made us get back into the idea of really focusing on being a family and working on those dynamics. And it really helped strengthen our relationship. And it also helped with our music, even though it totally put a halt on our musical careers too. Because from coming from so what I was trying to say was we came from being number 28 or 29 off of Billboard back in 2019, and we were on the road to starting to do live performances and touring, and the pandemic literally came right after all that momentum started. So it really was
just said no.
Yeah.
No.
God said, let's put a pin in it. Get back to it later. I'll let you know.
You know, we've had several people on our show that talked about the same thing, that they 2020 was supposed to be a very big year.
Right. They had the momentum.
The momentum of 2019 was there, and then
Yeah.
COVID happens.
Yeah, it definitely had such an impact on any, I feel like we all noticed, but artists across the board, either if they were new or if they've been around, everybody kind of just they didn't know what to do with themselves during the pandemic, and everybody took a stop during their music. It was hard for everyone to be creative and just to even find a studio that was available without dealing with other big artists that closed it out for however many months because it could be because of population and everything. It was just such a difficult time, and it still is. So, yeah.
So something that's interesting is that because everything stopped and concert opportunities stopped, we decided to do the next album, which we call Next Level, which is the new album.
Okay.
And it was so amazing because we were able to find a studio. And see, when we record, we actually record live all together. So it's not a lot of overdubs. So it's old style in that sense. So what you hear on the recording is actually us all playing together, which I guess is kind of unusual these days.
Oh, wow.
And then we were very fortunate to do vocal overdubs in our home. We turned our home into a small studio, and we were able to do that and the mixing here also. So it turned out to be amazing in that regard.
It was pretty crazy. It was funny. You would see, you come into the house and then you go into the TV room and then there's just a random curtain. Just a random line of curtains, and then you peel it back and it's just me with a random foam house in the mic, and I'm just all what's up?
Windows.
All the windows are pushed up with pillows and everything.
Hoping the dog bark outside.
Because our neighbor got a new guard dog.
That's this is a green screen itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for our show,
This is not a great This is our house.
like for our show, we launched this show January of 2020, so a couple months
did.
before COVID. And I remember our original plan was maybe 100 interviews first year, and then COVID happens. And I told Sandy, I was like, this could be our time to shine.
Right.
Because y'all need a place to talk, and we're going to give it to the entertainment industry. And because of that, we're over 500 interviews now.
That's so cool.
I'll give you
Yeah,
some golf
respect
claps.
to that. Respect to that. That's so awesome, man. That's so cool. Like,
For us,
Because 2020, we did over 300 that one year.
We did first year. Yeah.
when everything stopped, there's a company called AEG Presents that is a very big promotions company for concerts.
Mhm.
They had us scheduled to do the Jacksonville Jazz Festival in Florida.
Oh yes.
May.
Mhm.
And when that all stopped, it was so heartbreaking because that was that beginning. But what's
Yeah.
amazing now is the technology with Zoom and streaming, and rather than us having to go to places to be able to be here with people like yourself, this is really such a blessing.
yeah.
And I think the future of all this is, and of course, the tech's always been here, just nobody really used it until COVID. But I think the future is you're going to go to do your local shows. You're going to have the audience live there, but then you're going to also stream it so your out of town audience can participate.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
It's truly amazing. I'm telling you, this is really incredible technology that we're a part of.
It's kind of scary. Scary. Like, you guys, sometimes I feel like the cameras never turn off. Like, I'll be like, are you guys watching me? Who's watching me?
So, a lot of people would ask, when did y'all know you wanted to do music? And coming from a family of music, question might be a little different for y'all than most guests. But when did it click for y'all that this could become a career?
That's an interesting one, I think.
Well, we didn't really look at ourselves as like musicians all our lives. We came from, like our parents were musicians,
Yeah.
and we were growing up in a house of musicians. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
not just our parents, but our uncles and everything. Like, everybody plays music. So music was always in the house, but like we had taken such a focus on sports for such a long time. Me and him ran, like, I graduated from college like last year, but we both ran for collegiate D1 track.
Yeah.
So like we started as kids and we focused on sports for so long and being athletes for so long. It was definitely like a shift, but it took the same time.
Yeah. That I was the very begrudging child when it came to music.
Yeah.
Because like I
You'd
grew
be
up
like-
with like all around our house we just have guitars all over the place,
Yeah.
and I would be sitting on the couch and my dad would just like plays the guitar in my lap and just like, here, hold this for a sec. And the moment it was sat on me, I just like, no, it's too heavy.
No.
It's
He's
too
like,
heavy.
If it wasn't a video game, he didn't want to
complete
touch it.
rebel. He
I
said
was-
no.
I did not want to play it. But then like sophomore, junior year of high school, I picked up a guitar and started teaching myself. And,
Oh, wow.
And I remember him actually like
In
walking.
his room
in-
alone. He
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't let anybody.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't need that. I
He
didn't need any
couldn't
guts.
let us know that he was doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, just my little bubble.
He
You,
couldn't
you know,
let-
that sounds like somebody that, what's funny is that sounds like somebody we heard, I don't know if it was American Idol, The Voice, but it was one of those type of shows where they were on stage. It might even been America's Got Talent, but it was
Yeah.
one of them where they were on stage and the judges asked them, have you done this in front of people? And they're like, I have never done this in front of anybody.
Oh yeah.
Right. I remember
Yeah.
singing that. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. And you're just like jaw drops just a little bit.
Like,
So,
wow.
I heard him playing an incredibly complex song one time I passed by because I never tried to hover or anything.
Yeah.
And I was amazed. And so I went in and I said, how did you learn that? And there's this thing called tabs online. And I can read music, but this was like music I had never seen. And he had figured it out. And it was amazing.
Wow.
And that's when I played a certain rhythm from our family called a Guaracha. And after about a half hour, I'll be darned if he had it like almost perfect. It was
Wow.
Oh wow.
it was such a an amazing moment for me and an eye-opening moment because I never thought let's be a band, let's do this.
He
That
was shedding
never.
man tears. He was shedding man-
Oh,
But what I thought 4 years ago, I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if after I go, they had we could do a group recording together, and they'd have that with me. And but then it's the inside voice that played a role because after we recorded, you know how we have the outside voice with your kids. Good job, you're doing great. You're doing great, or someone that is trying to do something, but inside it's like, oh my God, that's terrible. But my inside voice was saying, wait a second, is this good? And that's really how it progressed. And then from that, having that You Are the One go on the radio and go to 28 on Billboard, that's when it just kind of like, wait a second, what's going on here? And from there we progressed into the next album because it does seem like there is something creative, there's something fresh, and they have a voice which is so exciting for me because it's not my it's not my music, it's their creativity.
Mhm.
It was definitely, that was well said. Oh, that was beautiful. Good job. Yeah, it was definitely. So the answer year to give you a time date is a timestamp. Excuse me, is 2017. That was when we kind of had that
aha moment.
like,
yeah.
we had that moment where like he asked, just
Like,
like
yo,
barged in the rooms. I was like, I'm in my room. He was all like, "You want to make music?"
Oh,
So
wow.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, sure." That's literally. I was like, "Sure." Like, it was sure. I was just like,
Oh,
close
wow.
the door, and I was like, "Oh God."
What do
Yeah,
we
but
do?
y'all were making that decision. You probably had no idea this was going to change your life.
Yeah.
We had no idea.
Yeah. No.
It's amazing.
The only time I'd ever heard her sing was in the shower because she sang in the choir in school. But
Okay, yeah.
it was one of those real strange experiences. So when we got in the studio and I heard them for the first time, it made me reflect on when my dad, I got to record with him in '89 before he passed, and
wow.
and it was that recognition of like, wow, and I didn't understand why he was looking at me so strangely when we were playing, but it made sense when I heard them in the headphones and just realized, wow, what an amazing thing. We're talking, but we're not having to speak a language. We're talking in music, and it was just a blessing.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people a lot of people, they see the glory in what you do and the glory of the big artists and all that, but they don't see the grind, the sacrifice, the tears, the struggles it takes to get to the top. And I always want to talk about that side of it because I think that it's glossed over in the entertainment industry. People think if you got talent, you'll make it, but that's just not true. So take a few moments and let's talk about some of the sacrifices and struggles y'all have had to go through to even get to where you are today.
You want to go first,
What the
Mr. Yeah.
Mr. What were you about to call
Well, I was about to say you are a jack of all trades.
That's true. But yeah, it definitely has not been easy. Because like, I mean, even now I juggle like 4 different jobs, with music being one of them.
Yeah, and like
as a true Californian.
Yeah.
Or Southern California, I should say.
yeah,
But and just trying to find the time between everything to practice music, vocal rehearsals, and then work.
and then
It's
working with the record, like with our own record label,
yeah.
I feel like has a big issue too. Like causes a big time. It consumes it.
Something that we've done is we have a record company, and so all the kids and myself, we're all partners on our own record label, which is called VRL Muzic. And so then
MUZIC.
and the amazing thing is you have to then that has to be registered as a formal record company with the National Association of Record Merchants, and then from there, how do you distribute? And then so being a programmer, I was able to set up dancemaster.com as a multimedia platform distribution platform.
Yeah.
And so we own, together we own our own record label, we own our own distribution platform.
Wow.
Oh,
And
wow.
we're able to sell, around the world, which is amazing because that seems to be the market for us. And we're able to control all of that, but it's not essentially about controlling because we're not trying to own it all. It's just we happen to own it all. And
Yeah.
when the money comes in, it helps for projects and it helps for future production. And that's the most exciting thing. And we have 6 videos from the first album, and then the 2 that are from this album, and then we have another one coming out in another couple months. And so we've been able to create all of that, which surprising, a lot of people don't have that. And so the kids have been learning the industry and handling that part of marketing.
Yeah, because seeing what Taylor Swift has went through probably has been an eye opener for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh
I
no,
don't know.
oh no. It's just like just streaming in general. How like it's so difficult for artists to
Oh
really
yeah.
get
It's
on
frustrating.
the platform because there's
Mhm.
it's not just you go sign up and just plug. You sign up, then you reach out how to plug, and it's like, all right, you got to go through what's called an aggregator to then plug your music through there. And
Playlist promoted.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then to try and get more streams and everything, you got to go through the promoters and such to get onto those
Certain
big,
top playlists.
yeah, exactly. And then even then, it's still like still a catch-22.
And it's like personally, I don't even
get
have
it.
playlists. I just and then I'm like, cute, and boom, or I click on my whatever song I added. I'm like shuffle, like it's frustrating, especially when you don't use it.
Yeah,
And your average person don't realize, your average person is like, you know what? I don't need to buy music anymore. And they don't realize how many streams it takes to make even. I think I seen a meme the other day that showed like for Spotify, it was like 350 streams for $1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
100,000
streams.
Gets you,
Go ahead.
is it like
11 cents.
11 cents?
11 cents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It's-
wow.
It's
that-
frustrating
wow.
because the time and effort that you put in just to like the music alone. Like, okay, like you talked about like the blood, sweat, and tears, and you know what I'm saying? Just to write some of these songs, because like some of the poems that these songs stem from are from my journals. Like,
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
use when I'm like mentally like losing my marbles. You know what I mean? I'm losing like, and I have to, and I'm writing things out, and I just have to go through those certain things just to figure out, oh, hey, this would be a good song. Like, that's an emotion. It's taxing. Just
Wow.
that. And then you have to think about the time and months that you have in preparation, because it's not just us 3. Esau's not here with us, sadly. He's sick. I miss him. I love him. But he is like, he doesn't live in this house with us, so then we have to send him whatever formulas we're
Yeah.
making over here, because it's sometimes not even a full song, but he figures it out. And then he has his time, and we wait, and then we come together, and like it's another month or so of just trying to figure out the shape of the song, and then you get in the studio, and it's like, I totally get it, because we're in that generation where we're used to the streaming and just like adding the songs and everything. But I don't know, like, and I get it, like some people that I've met, that I talk to, that are my friends, feel almost insulted when they have to buy the albums. I'm over here like,
Just like,
oh my gosh, like what? Like food.
And what's bad is the streaming has taught people to do that.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like, and it's not like the money goes to, people, like to a bunch of different people, and it doesn't go to the artist. It goes to us to help make more music, because we run everything. So like every time a song or the album is bought, it helps us catapult our career upwards. Like you guys are helping us.
And helps y'all create raw songs.
Right.
Because, a lot of people always talk about how songs of today are glossed over. They're they're just crap and all that. I'm like, yeah, because you're not paying for them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's the part that I think people don't understand, is because when you're part of a major label,
yeah.
the artist gets about 25 cents on sales.
Okay.
And so, yeah,
percent.
25 cents.
Okay. Hey, I wanted to clarify.
And so, they sell 1 million albums, and they've made a lot of money. But the key here is, because we're talking about thousands for us, it comes to us, but it's literally to support what the music that's being created and the journey that's being led, and hopefully be able to come and perform for these people. That's the most exciting.
And that's where the money is now, is the touring. And then, of course, COVID happened.
Yeah.
Hello.
And it's like, okay, so that's how the thing's not.
I mean, it was like the one place that artists can make the most money
Yeah, so they
got taken away for a while.
No, for real. That's it, and it's so. Oh, I had tickets. I had tickets to see people, and it all went away.
And it all went away.
Like that. Like it's so fresh. Like, just because we are fans of music too. Like, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But even I feel like it's even frustrating for people who are just trying to just get out of the ground, like get off the ground, trying to do things in their career and make a name for themselves and make themselves get known locally and all that kind of stuff. It's hard.
But we are looking forward to performing.
Yeah, we want to perform.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
And speaking of performing, you're all going to perform a song for us, right?
Oh yeah,
oh god.
that will be happening.
Okay.
Who said that's happening?
The floor is yours. Tell us
Yes,
about the
tell
song.
us about it.
Oh, magic guys. Yeah, Aguinaldo, because about history and our family history. This is one of the older songs that we have.
And
It's written by my father.
And we're actually probably going to have it on our next album.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Also, see, with Rhythm Tribe, something that we've developed is a thing we call acid Latin, which it's a fusion of different kind of Latin rhythms from Puerto Rico. And so where we can fuse certain things. There's boleros, This is a very typical bolero, and then we can put that against a modern beat, and then the kids can bring a song into it. And so we can take different kind of things. This thing that our family, my father invented, is called a guaracha rhythm. And so we can take that and we can bring that in with a reggaeton pocket, and then with a really solid song. So these are the kind of colors that we bring in with our music and with our family's heritage. I think it makes it for exciting. So this is what we're doing in Puerto Rico. They call it aguinaldo, and aguinaldo is Christmas music in Puerto Rico, and they sing in Spanish. But when my father passed, I wrote this song about the last day we were together.
Oh, wow.
So that's what this song is about. And so aguinaldo is literally
strange enough, you said it's late, it's time to go. You held me in your arms and told me you'll be there. When the moonlight hits the stars, you'll be there. When my child's teardrop falls, you'll be there. Every time I play this song, you'll be there. And I hear you sing along and all night. Alalai-le-lo, Elola. Alalai-le-lo, Elola. Alalai-le-lo, Elola. Alalai-le-lo.
Hopefully you
I
can hear
love
it.
it. Great job, Elsa.
Oh
The
yeah.
harmonies work really great.
Yes.
Awesome.
You can hear it okay with vocals?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We didn't know. 'Cause
We've never done that before.
never done that.
Oh wow.
And that's the thing about also when you do live streaming and all that and connections, you just never know again, because like you've seen it froze up earlier a little bit, and you never know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens sometimes at random times.
I've learned enough to keep talk when if y'all freeze, I know usually it's your side, and I know just to not say nothing for like a few seconds,
and
and usually it unfreezes and we just roll with it.
it.
You just hold it. You're just like right there.
Yep.
So
Something intriguing is
Yeah.
playing as a family is
Mhm.
what something that I've noticed is allowing them to have their voice and then all of us be connected within the
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
has always been I never thought of becoming but now that we're at this place and seeing it and celebrating it's kind of exciting with my grandfather with the picture we have from 1915 of
Wow.
him
Oh wow.
as a player in Puerto Rico. Then my dad, starting from the 40s into the 50s, being on radio here in California,
Mm.
and then myself, and then I have third generation,
And I got 4.
and then my son has 4, and then the
Oh, wow.
group is Rhythm Tribe, and
Oh yeah.
we have these and.
I
Yeah,
can't
we're
show you
showing-
that one because
There we
it's
go.
on my leg.
I understand.
But I have flowers right here.
But I think that's the whole thing is if as a family, if you're not enjoying it, then I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's really what we're a part of. It's just celebrating every day as just what a wonderful life we're living. Even when it's rough, it's still the challenge. We embrace the chaos, I guess you could say.
Exactly. Now, a lot of
Mhm.
people, they see you and they see all the different artists, but they don't see the teams behind y'all. And I always, in our opinion, the teams never get love they
They
deserve. On
don't.
our show, they get some love. So tell us about the teams that help you be who you are.
Oh, we can talk like team like Kyle.
Okay,
Okay, yeah. Okay. So Kyle, my mom, she's over in the background like this right now, like
Yes.
But no, my mom. We'll say my mom first. My mom is honestly like she's the manager. She's the jefe. She's the one who's like bossing everybody around. She's the one who gets everything.
Like you do this.
Oh,
Yeah, no, like for real. And she helps us get prepared, like scheduling everything, get everything prepared for video shoots, for rehearsals, the whole 9. She's amazing. Shout out to you. I love you. Kyle
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Kyle Hoffman.
Kyle Hoffman, he is our engineer. He is,
We were real lucky.
I know, we're so blessed. He's probably one of the coolest guys I've ever met. He used to be a saxophone player, so he's like saucy sometimes. Like he brought it in one time to the studio and helped us.
We even have him playing.
Yeah, we have him playing on the album on
The new
Moving
song,
On.
yeah, the song that's coming out
Yeah.
later
And,
this year. He plays sax on
Yeah,
it.
and
Oh, cool.
he's a groovy guy who's really intuitive, he's smart, so smart.
We were very
And
lucky, by the way, because when we
musically
first
fine.
started, he had just finished Common's album, and then he came to work with us.
Oh, wow.
And then from
Oh,
there,
yeah.
he was working with Trent Reznor, and so it's
Oh, wow.
really
And he's like our
amazing.
producer. Too.
So he's an engineer and
Slash.
co-producer right with me.
Oh
He
yeah.
wears multiple hats for y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
We're
does.
very
Oh,
lucky.
hands
We're
down.
very lucky.
This is
He's
a group
so
of a jack of
incredible.
all trades.
Okay.
Everybody has 3 hats. Everybody has 3.
Yeah, and then like we said earlier, our fourth man, Isao Garcia, he's not here right now, but he is our hybrid percussionist and
Drummer.
Okay.
drummers.
Yeah.
Oh, hybrid drummer
See,
percussionist.
because the whole
That
thing
was-
is if you listen to the
They're drummer and
recording,
percussionist.
recordings, and you hear the drums on it,
Yeah.
there are no drums. It's a box.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
It's called a cajon, And what he's done, he's developed these ways of playing it where it literally sounds like a drum kit. And
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, it's
And then-
amazing. And then of course we can't forget
Our cousin Tony Trisha.
yeah,
I
pretty
love-
much
Oh my god.
photographer,
Photographer,
helps with,
videographer.
yeah.
we've been very lucky to have such an amazing team
Yeah.
that are with the group.
And
everyone's
sometimes
so
they're
great.
sometimes related to us, which is really cool. it's really nice to have family. Like we're big. Like the whole idea of our group and what our movement is just like the idea of family. And like the fact that, I mean, yes, we are related to each other, but family isn't always someone that you're blood related to. The family
Yeah.
is
That's true.
the person that you choose to have in your life,
Yeah.
and you choose
Exactly.
to make it important to you, right?
Yeah.
So like,
and we even have like an assistant,
And we
another
have-
videographer.
yeah,
like,
Jay Smith.
who was my roommate in college.
Hello.
My first.
I
He was my
I
first.
lived with you too.
He was my first.
Okay, we were all roommates in college. He's an amazing videographer. Yeah, great cameraman. But yeah, like honestly, just and all these people are family that we have chosen too. You know what I mean? They're not just people that we do business with. They're people that we are family with too. Like we care about them. You know. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
that's our team, and we love you guys, and we
Oh.
love you all so much.
You know, speaking of teams, we have a third co-host, our 10-year-old little boy that we allowed to come on.
Yeah.
So Sandy's gonna go get him.
Yeah.
And we've got an almost 3-year-old that when she gets older, she'll be playing this show. Because again, we are a family affair show just like y'all.
Yeah,
I love that
love
age.
it.
I love that age.
Great age.
What's it like being a family-run organization?
Oh gosh. I mean,
Traumatic.
Yeah.
Quite dramatic.
It's no hold bar, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like we do not hold back on opinions. Like if something doesn't sound right, we're just like, no, that's not
Yeah.
happening right there.
Sorry, I just didn't want to ask you.
And that's good that y'all can do that.
Yeah, oh no, and it is great that we're able to communicate and be able to like understand the criticism and just like, okay, taking the feedback, how can we improve on what we're trying to do here and how can we make it better? And then just execute.
There's also
Now, what do y'all do if there's like 3 or 4? If there's 4 of y'all, what do y'all do when there's 4 opinions and they all don't match?
okay. So look, my mom will be on the corner. Look, my mom will be on the corner, and she'll regulate the opinions.
Yep.
And if anybody gets insulted, she'll make some eye contact with you and be like, "All right, let's calm down." And then like she'll take you aside and explain what each opinion was, just in case if we didn't get it, and then we figure it out.
Or she'll pull out a chancla and just
Yeah, or I usually get my shoe and I throw it at people because, you know, Puerto Rican, what can I say? But it's in my blood. But no, like my mom will mediate, or somebody usually is my mom. She'll mediate, or one of us try to mediate, and we try to like talk it out.
Mhm.
And because it's hectic sometimes. Like people will be talking across like to each other while other people are trying to get a certain rhythm down. Like my brother and my dad will be doing something, and then Sal has a question from across the entire studio, and like he's like, Tomas, and my dad's like just staring at his guitar, like talking to Mason, like he's like, oh yeah, that's it right there, and then I'm just like, go down. Like what? And then we finally get somewhere. A lot of jobs. Oh, what's up?
That is so cool.
How you doing, bro?
Doing good. Hi, Riptide. So, what's your favorite food?
You said what?
I said, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food would have to be Chinese food. Anything Chinese food, like wait, let me not say it wrong. Peking duck? Peking duck? I always say it wrong.
You can go.
Peking
You can go
duck.
now.
Peking duck is my favorite. Is it Peking? Why did you guys? You just looked at me and made me say it wrong. My mom just made me doubt myself, and I just. But yeah, Peking duck is my favorite.
Oh no, in my case, I gotta go with more Creole cuisine because on our mom's side we're also Creole.
From New Orleans.
Yeah, grandparents that are from New Orleans and everything, and so that's probably where my taste buds end up falling a lot more. Coffee shake souffle.
Gumbo.
You guys
I
gotta
gotta be
try
honest.
that.
Etouffee,
I don't know
that's
if you ever
my
tried
main. That's my main. I mean, I love gumbo, red beans and rice, all that shit. I had some earlier, but
Yeah, we did have
is it early? Maybe I don't care. But
It's never too early for red beans and rice. Put an egg in it.
put an egg in it.
Put an egg in it.
But yeah, so we're really fortunate on that end.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
What my favorite food would be burritos.
Burritos.
He'll make a burrito out of anything.
No, he really will. He'll have a burrito at any time of the day. He'll just, I don't even get it.
You got a burrito.
He got a burger, like he'll slice up a burger patty and put it in the tortilla and then like do the whole thing. And then I'll be like, what? He's like, it works. It works.
Something I've gotten into is eating a plant-based diet. So for some reason I know how to cook this stuff and it tastes amazing and tastes like hamburger to me.
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
Oh yeah, what's your go-to?
What's your guys' go-to?
Mine is pizza.
Nice.
Yes. My God.
Yes.
If we fed it to him all day, he'd eat it all day long.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my, pizza's so good though.
Enjoy that while you can.
Right. There's gonna be a day where you're gonna be like, man, I can't have pizza. It's okay. That day's long from you.
Yes. You
Far
have,
away.
you have a way.
You don't even think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's your favorite food, Chris?
I'm probably. I don't even know what I mean.
I've got one. Mac and cheese for me.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
and Caitlin, our little
Caitlin's
3,
mac and
hers
cheese.
is mac and cheese.
I
love chicken and steak and shrimp. So I'm a meat guy.
There you go. There you
Little
go.
surf and turf type of vibe.
I like all that. I've just decided not to eat
It's
all
just
of that
because
right now, but it's so good.
His
though.
body gets angry. That's what it is. That's what it is. Mine does too, sadly.
Okay. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, what's your favorite TV show?
See, I don't really have one. I really like
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you
bouncing
do.
all over the
yeah, you
place.
do.
Yeah, you do.
TV shows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess Witcher right now.
The Witcher. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, I always will forever. Friends will be one of my favorite TV shows. I can watch
I
it
love that one.
any time of the day, night, whenever. And then I'm watching Archive 81 right now on
Ooh.
Netflix, which is really good.
Oh my God,
And
that's
it's one of my
incredible.
faves. And Ozark, I just started watching for the first time. It's great. But don't watch that. You're not old enough. You're not old enough for that. Don't watch that. And then don't watch you. I was gonna say Euphoria, but I just don't want to. I don't want to influence you.
Don't watch that one.
Don't watch that one yet. You have to be in high school at least. I get you
Yeah,
in high school
at least.
to watch Euphoria.
Okay.
Yes.
I know.
No
I'm
influence.
sorry, Chris. I know we're making stuff harder for you.
I know. We're just like saying all the wrong things. And what's terrible is that I have my degree in child psychology, so I should be not saying anything intellectual. And I'm just like,
All right, mine is mine is SpongeBob.
Oh yes.
Really?
Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Nice.
what's your
Nothing wrong
favorite
with
episode? Personally, do forever be my favorite.
What's your favorite?
That one in blue.
Oh, I like the pizza delivery episode of SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh.
Krusty Krab pizza all the way.
Krusty
Krusty
Krab.
Yeah.
That was a great one with his walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's got one more question.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay, so what's your favorite movie?
Oh,
right now?
that is it because we are big movie watchers.
Hmm.
My mom wanted to say that her favorite movie is In the Heights.
So good. Oh my God.
It is a great movie. It's stuck in my head. But this is gonna sound. Look, I'm 23 years
I think
old.
I know what you were about to say too.
But Encanto is so good. Have you guys seen Encanto yet? It's on
So
Disney.
good. So good.
It's a new Disney movie. It's
Oh wow.
so
Yeah.
good. But no, favorite movie of all time. Oh no, I'm just gonna stay with Encanto because that movie's inappropriate song. I don't want it. But yeah. Oh, Kill Bill. Any Kill Bill movie.
And right back in it.
Right
That's
back down. Yeah.
appropriate.
Oh no, yeah, it's not appropriate at all. But
That's a little
It
appropriate.
it works though. It works. Kill
That's
Bill
a little
rocks.
appropriate. That's better.
Because what's yours?
Golly, I gotta think about that.
Oh, I already know mine.
Okay.
Like I like boxing movies, so like one of my is a movie called Southpaw.
Oh,
That
Southpaw
is-
is great.
Well,
movie.
I agree.
Great,
really good
great
movie.
drama.
Okay, mine is the Minions movie.
What
The Minions movie? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love that.
The
I
Minions.
watched it.
If you ever get to go to Universal Studios out here, they've got this thing where it's Minions houses, and you push on the
Like you ring the
doorbell
doorbell.
and they
Huh.
talk to you.
That's
It's
Yeah.
It's
Oh, wow.
hilarious.
Oh wow, they've built such a great brand.
Oh my gosh, they do.
yeah.
It's it's so positive. It's so happy. It's like nobody could ever get mad at the idea of a minion.
Right.
I mean, it's funny because the Minions are supposed to be evil, but yet they're too cute.
Right?
Exactly.
They're so like it's just like, oh, you guys don't even know what you're
Yeah, it's
doing.
more Gru's the evil one.
Gru.
I think the
Gru.
Gru.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Gru's the evil one. It's more like they're just
But
there
Gru
to make
is
him
like
happy.
but he's soft on the inside.
That's
Soft
true.
on the inside. It's just what
And in reality, in real life, ain't that usually what it is? Is you got the tough guy, and usually they're just using that as a mask to cover up the softness.
exactly because they're teddy bears. Every time. You try to be so mean. I'm like, do you want a hug? Yes, I do.
I think that's the way to do life. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just to try to always see the inside, the heart of
Yep.
people
Yeah.
instead of the shell that they put out.
Like the minions do.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Really philosophical.
I know. It got real philosophical went from minions to looking at life. But that's a great choice. That's a great choice. Love you.
Bye, thanks.
Oh, bye. Nice to
He,
meet you.
he loves to be on the show. He's been on almost every episode because we homeschool him, so we're able to have the time to do this.
Well, there you
Oh
go.
my gosh, that's so cool though.
I think
He's
that-
cool. Your son is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're
So,
welcome.
what are some sources of inspiration for you?
Inspiration.
Oh,
Well,
good night.
yeah. So for one of the songs on the newest album, "Good Night," oddly enough, I actually got inspired from more meditation music. So, but honestly, there's a type of instrument called a hang, and it's a hand percussion instrument, and it just has this very melodic and haunting tone to it. And so with that, I wanted to write something kind of like a lullaby. And from that just stemmed this entire song, and the name, I guess, kind of fits that, being Good Night.
The hang instrument is that one that looks like you cook noodles in it.
It does almost,
Like
it looks like
the one that you
Wow.
tap.
two
Mhm.
wok pots.
It looks like two wok pots glued together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what was amazing is he had this concept of like a poem to his girlfriend, and at the time, and now, and just kind of trying to. She was having night frights and stuff.
It was a lot going on, and
Right.
so I just wanted to write something to kind of help, just comfort her, really. So yeah, came up with that.
And then we
Inspired by bachata music.
And with some bachata inspiration to it, thanks to our main man Isao.
Give it a little.
and it just has that nice feeling to it.
That's like the
It's just such a cool way of chilling. And then he was able to put these really incredible words over the top, which just was really cool.
other inspirations I feel like from our music, especially in this recent album, Next Level. I would say, like, personally, I would consider myself an R&B singer.
Mhm.
Sometimes. And, so, like, okay. So, like, yeah. The music that I listen to a lot is like, I listen to a lot of throwbacks. I listen to a lot of Ed James. I listen to a lot of Billie Holiday. I like.
Oh yes.
I don't know. I like their choices of notes that they choose, like compared to now where everything is just like very melodic and like you kind of can guess what note that singer's singing the song. Older music, they use like really like jazzy, what would you say, broken chords? Like just to like make it like sound a little more eerie or a little more
Yeah.
serious or deep, you know, like I like music that gets you emotional like that. So I guess you could say I'm a synth. So, yeah, a synth means that I'm an emotional person. Yeah, so like I listen to stuff like that. I did listen to the new Adele album a lot recently.
Oh
That's
yes.
been like inspiring me a lot in the music, and especially in rehearsal. Like I feel the things that she's feeling. Like I love it. She also did like a lot of throwbacks of like the old like. She did a lot of like open piano types of songs and ballads, and that's what I like too. And just those types of inspirations, and like I just bring it to them, and then I make them put like a really tight pocket on it. Or
Wow.
Oh wow.
and then like that's the only like you know like that would be like my main inspiration from like ballady type of songs.
You know, what Brisa had written this statement, this poem, I guess you would say, and we had just come back from Spain, and in Spain they have flamenco. You know, they have these old kind of chords that is really unique to Spain, and so when
We
she
have
Oh my God.
and when she started doing this saying these words, rather than a flamenco song, you know, I was just taking it and breaking it up and make it groove. And then I just said, say your words over this, and within a half hour we had the song done.
Wow.
Oh wow.
But these chords that normally are these flamenco kind of chords, we made them into more R&B, more groovy kind of approach that it just turned out to be very exciting. So I'd say, you know, our influences come from just everything that we exist in and what we just enjoy, especially at the moment.
Yes. What would you like for your legacy to be in the music industry? What would you like to be known and remembered for?
a great family.
Right?
Just a family that stayed true to themselves and
You know, a family that plays together stays together, right?
yeah. Well, you know,
there you go.
I hope that fingers crossed, because the industry has ruined families in history, and that is definitely something that has always been in the back of my mind that has like worried me. But that's what I hope. Like in the end, I just want us to be a family that gets together and jams, and then like people are like, "Hey, come on." And then hopefully it just catches on, and I just want people to be known for like, I don't know, kind of like entering our living room every time they hear us play, as if they're
which is something that we're working. That's going to be what's going to be on stage. Is the idea is, you know, how to create that living room on stage,
Yeah.
that jamming and being family, and so that's what we've been discussing and developing, is being able to take that moment, like where we're all just sitting here and we're chatting. You know, how do you bring that onto stage where it works and it's real?
And in our like pajamas.
And COVID's probably taught you a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that's been that whole aspect of it. And so if that could be part of legacy, that would be
Yeah.
We want to be a creative family. Like we just want to be creative as best as we can, and inspire people to know that you can also be creative, and that you can do whatever you want to do, and that we are all in this together, and it's not just you. It takes a group.
Yep.
And like we just decided to come out as a family and do it together, you know, like instead of having just like a single.
Now you're talking about the industry hurts a lot of families out there. What have y'all done different to kind of keep the bond so strong? Because you can tell that y'all have a strong bond.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, we all live together, so that
We do
definitely
live
has helped.
together. together still. That is definitely something that, yeah, we are roommates. And
Serious.
but I would say, I don't know, like we really focus on keeping that trust within each other, knowing that we all have our best interests in each other. So like when, because Dad deals with most of the phone call, like he deals with all the phone calls and working with that kind of stuff, the business side, and we just like because him and not only him and my mom, they both work like they talk about the business side together and work on stuff together to get the best outcome for the band. But they do look at it as having, everybody in the group like it's at their you have their best interests. Like you want everybody to be
Right.
in the best position to succeed with the career and especially with the group.
And the key also is to make sure it's a partnership.
Yeah.
It's not like me going,
Yeah.
It's not like it's not an captain, my captain type of thing.
It's not that type of thing. How it's bringing all the voices together. It's bringing all the energies together and having that synergism and having synergy.
That's such a good word.
Love that.
But you have the synergy of everyone working together to move and perpetuate this journey and this dream of working together. And I think that's the big part of it. There was a group out of the 70s called the Staple Singers, and that was Pop Staples with 3 daughters. And okay, so maybe 2022, Rhythm Tribe can be that for a modern day.
Yeah.
But being together, we're all partners in the business. We're all partners in the creative.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. And
we keep respect. We respect each other as artists and individuals and people who aren't just here for the band. You know what I mean? Like we also are. We also have lives, and we are emotionally sensitive to each other and everything. We are family. Even though we're not
Exactly.
but we make sure we keep the respect, and we keep. I don't know. We respect each other. Like if they have if someone has an idea that's completely off from what we're doing at the moment, we're just gonna be like, well, okay, let's lend it.
Let's look at it, yeah.
And we respect. It's like an open floor.
Yeah.
For creative.
So
work.
from a legacy standpoint, I would say all those pieces brought together, that would make that true family concept, being together and working together. Not allowing the industry to separate, but working the industry instead of allowing the industry to infiltrate.
I love that.
Yeah. And no judgment. Well, slight judgment. Just slight. Make sure that we're doing it right, but no judgment at all.
I love that. So as we close out here, what advice would you give an artist who wants to do what y'all do?
You want to start, Mace?
I'll do it. I'll start.
I was just like, I don't know.
Go ahead, Lo.
For someone who is trying to do what we're doing, I would say patience. Practice as much as you can. Don't let somebody change your intentions of your sound. Listen to your gut. And if someone says no, keep pushing. Keep going. Because
Then from a technical
doesn't matter.
Then from a technical standpoint, get a lot of know-how on the
yeah,
industry.
get a lot of and get a lot of opinions. Perform in front of people. I would say if you're trying to do what we're trying to do, perform in front of people. Get a real opinion of your music. Get in a studio, see how you really sound, and get people's opinions so you can see if this is a sure thing.
I think the other part and what the key aspect Brisa said, which is patience. Nothing happens overnight.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like in any business,
the average overnight success is 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like
so
in
long.
any business, you start, you have the idea, and then you have to apply it. And you have to know what the business is. And so for us, it was discovering what the business is because it evolved. It's not like we started and said, we're going to do a business. Everybody, it just organically grew. And so we've been able to build the the business, understanding that, from a business standpoint, what the product is. And also understanding, like right now, we have 3 songs on radio nationally.
Wow.
Like Poison, Good Night, and Make It. And, just because something's on the radio doesn't mean everything is, golden and wonderful and everyone's a millionaire. It's all building, and it's all about, sharing that energy, and how do you get to those places to be able to share that creativity. And, and you're selling records, that's great. But the idea is that it's not just immediate success. Everything is a progressive journey. And I think the key is to make sure it stays organic and natural in that sense. So it's not forced.
Yeah.
And patience.
Because I feel like entertainment, the process of becoming successful in the entertainment industry, it's like small steps on a really long road.
Ooh,
So you gotta really hold on now.
that was legit.
We gonna put it in the song.
That's a good lyric.
But it really is that. Like, you gotta just realize that this is just one of those things that you just kind of like gotta sit there.
Yeah.
You gotta just keep poking and poking and poking and poking and just.
I mean, even what we do, on a platform we have, we're chasing the same dream. Y'all are just different platform. And so we've done over 500 interviews. We're doing them almost daily. We're talking to people. Networking. We email back and forth with so many people. We get so many rejections. A lot of people, they see the show and they see the 30 to 60 minutes that we have fun, but they don't see the behind the scenes of work that it takes to get all this.
This is the fun part. Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's the same with the industry, it's just when you're on stage, everyone says, "Oh, that's it," or you get a millions of streams on Spotify or something on iTunes. It's like you're not understanding the build up and how much investment it took to make that happen in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just because people know of you. Well, how many years did that take for people to actually know of you, and what was the journey? Business standpoint to make that happen.
I feel like people don't realize that everything that looks good to their eyes, like something that looks like perfect or something that's so lucky to happen to someone, or something that's like someone that's so successful, they don't see that like every good thing like that has something dark and crazy and serious and time consuming and stressful. There's so much.
They see the glory, but they don't see the story.
Exactly.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna use
But no, it's
definitely a creative journey though.
Very much so. And
Definitely.
That's really the challenge. Nothing happens overnight. It's all progression. And as long as you love everybody that you're around and what you're doing, that's when it all makes sense.
Practice does make perfect. Just remember that. Just keep time equals improvement.
I like
Oh, I like that.
True. Because perfection doesn't exist. But it might. Perfection doesn't exist. But yeah, just keep being. It's like a sport. It's just like as if you're an athlete, but you just
Different kind of.
it's a different focus, but it's the same as if you were a professional athlete. If you were training to be in the draft, or if you were training to go to the Olympics, you got to train like that to perform.
Exactly. So as we close out, tell everybody how they can find you.
Okay, so we are on Instagram, Rhythm Tribe Official. We are also on, No, it's Rhythm Tribe Official. I know that because I've and then we're also on Facebook. Is it the same? Or is it just Rhythm Tribe? Is it Rhythm Tribe? Rhythm Tribe Official.
Rhythm Tribe Official.
Boom.
Okay.
Rhythm Tribe Official on both of those. And then we're also on Spotify, Rhythm Tribe. Our album Next Level is on there. Check it out. And
we got music videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Also, we're on YouTube at VRL Muzic.
Right. No, actually no.
It's Rhythm Tribe. We changed it. We have a Rhythm Tribe channel on YouTube. So check that out. That's where all of our music videos are. And then to download and buy our music, I hope you guys do. It's at dancemaster.com, all one word. And
I hope everyone will consider that.
Yeah.
It's not. It just goes to help the project perpetuate and move forward.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
that's what this is all about, is having fun and having just a great time together.
Love that. We really enjoyed having you on the show
This was
today,
a lot of fun.
and we look
enjoyed it.
forward to having y'all back down the road.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. And we enjoyed y'all too. Thank you so much. And thank you for letting us meet your son. He's outstanding.
Oh,
He's our secret weapon, as I
he
always
is
say.
the secret sauce.
He had all
Definitely
the right
him.
He was like, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What's your
That's him.
That's him. Yep, he's straightforward. Yeah,
Well,
All right, we loved it, and y'all have a
we
great
loved
day.
it. Yeah, so fun. Thank you all for your
Thanks,
time.
everybody.
Thanks.